Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another video, and this time I've got my thoughts and impressions on the Backbeats Pro active noise cancelling headphone from Plantronics. So let's get started. So the Plantronics Backbeats Pro active noise cancelling headphones are Plantronics offering to a very competitive market, and this is a entry to mid-range active noise cancelling headphone available from this brand. And Plantronics, if you don't know, is a brand that specializes in Bluetooth headphones, and they've been in the game for a long time, so you expect a few things from a device like this. First, let's have a look at the outside of the headphone. It is mainly of plastic construction, but a high quality one. It has pleather on the ear pads and the headrest, which is pretty awesome. It is premium and it feels really soft. It has ample and supple memory foam for your ears and the top of the headband, so that it will rest very securely, and it is very soft on your head. Now the buttons are tactile and they do have a very nice click to it, but in my opinion it does have a little bit more wiggle to it when you move your fingers across it, because, well, it is a large button, so it comes with the territory. Speaking of buttons, you have a lot of them, so this is like button galore. So let's start with the right ear cup. So in the right ear cup you have a main button, which is the multifunction button, mainly used for taking up calls and dialing the previous number and all that, which is pretty cool. On the bottom you have the power on off button, which is pretty nice to have, so you have a slider for that. Here is the mute button, which is a dedicated button, which is pretty cool. Below that you have a USB charging port and also a 3.5mm jack for having your headphone connected wired, so if you are low on battery you can use that. Now the right ear cup also houses the microphone, which is almost here on this ring here, which is pretty cool, and also it has the indicator LED for the charge level and the pairing status, which is really cool. And by the way, if you have any doubt on which side each ear cup goes, there is a huge gigantic lettering inside the ear cup to indicate where it goes, so you will not get it mixed up. On the left ear cup you will have the play pause button, flanked by forward and back button for volumes for the track skipping, going around which is a jog dial for volume control, which doesn't rotate all the way though, but it is a good and unique way to change the volume. Here you will also find the slider, which enables the active noise cancelling mode and open mic mode, which I will discuss later. There are adjustment options on the headphones with metal inserts, so it should be more sturdy and wouldn't give up on you soon enough, so it's pretty cool. And it also has this nice graphic on here, which is, in my opinion, is pretty cool, but nothing special because no one will be seeing that anyways. Also, the ear cup adjusts itself for fitting any sorts of heads, so you should be happy about that, but I guess these are expected of a good pair of headphones now. Now I do want to talk about the comfort of these headphones. These headphones are heavier than most other Bluetooth headphones because it has a huge battery and it is a sturdy construction. It may be plastic, but it is a very premium one at that, because all the materials used are really premium feeling. It is thick plastic, and even the connection points here, it just doesn't feel flimsy. So yes, these are heavy. Padding is adequate though, so on the head padding it is not ample or it is not too much, but it just gives you enough support on your head that you don't feel it a lot. But using it for more than 10 hours you are going to feel there is a headphone on your head because it is that heavy. I guess it's about 300 grams, but honestly I never had a problem with this. Now I do have an issue with the padding on the ears though. It is somewhere between just enough and not enough, because that's where I find it to be. After about the 2-3 hours of using this on my ears, I do feel that the pleather is too soft, and it just compresses in and my ears start rubbing on this soft material, but it does feel like it is rubbing up. But I guess I don't have anything to do with that, so it just gets a little uncomfortable. And other than that, I didn't have any issues at all. Now with these headphones you also get a nice little carrying case. So you have a soft shell case, which is pretty cool. It has two compartments. One compartment has one is a compartment for the headphone itself, which is the bigger one. You have a very soft material, so it won't be scratching up your headphones. And you also have another one which is pretty cool, which will let you have the peripheral. So I'm using the USB, the 3.5mm aux cable with my headphone, with my phone's jack, so that is there, and also the charging cable, which does work out really well. Now let's go to the features offered by these headphones. Now for the price of these headphones, these are not cheap headphones, these are well in the mid-range of prices, and I do think that this one offer for that price. It has Bluetooth 4.0 and it has aptX, which is awesome, and it has impedance of 32 ohms if you're planning to use it wired. It also has 40mm drivers, which is maybe interesting to you, and it can connect to 2 devices simultaneously too. Now a whole bunch of stuff is there, and you can get full information on that from the spec sheet, which is linked in the description from the website. I'm not gonna go with that. Now I do want to let you know of the features which I find more interesting. It uses a class 1 Bluetooth for connectivity. So what that means is that you get unprecedented levels of connectivity range, because it can get very far. The company claims that it can go up to 100 meters without any distortion or without any skipping, which is really good, and I do tend to believe that. Now I have not found the exact limit of where it gets cut off, but I can pretty much say that it can even play the audio without any hitch even after 2 brick walls, and that is impressive. None of the other Bluetooth headphones which I have has that capability. After about 20 meters or so, my connectivity on other Bluetooths get tips on the tracks and all that, so this one handled it like a champ. I'm really impressed with that. That is sort of something which I expected from Plantronics, which does specialize in only this thing, so that's pretty cool. Another really good feature which I like about this one is battery life. It is a monster. I've personally gone 20 to 22 hours listening to music constantly with the gestures on, which I will get into later, and I did not feel it required the charge in an emergency. The website claims it is 24 hours, and I tend to believe them. I never got to that low battery level. It does show you a battery level on the phone if you have a supported phone, and also the Plantronics hub application does show the remaining battery life, and I just charged this headphone out of habit and pity than real need for it, and I give it a full-on mark for battery life. I'm really impressed with that. Now let's go on to what makes it active noise cancelling. It is an active noise cancelling mode, and here is the button or slider which we will slide down for engaging the active noise cancelling. And I have to say it works pretty well. I can't say it completely stops the outside noise, especially when the outside noise is not constant, but for the price you can't argue that it does a very good job. I had the pleasure of taking a few other headphones from my friends to compare against this one, which included the Sennheiser HD 4.40, the HD 4.50 FE, and the Bose QC35-2 and the Sony WH-1000 XM2. And now the Bose and the Sony ones are monumentally more expensive than this one. They are in a different league and its own. But comparing this to the Sennheiser HD 4.4 and 4.50 SE, this is pretty damn good. I actually did not find it any worse than that. I actually found it much better than the 5.50 SE noise cancelling on this one, which is pretty awesome. It's not as good as the QC or the Sony in terms of noise cancelling, but that is to be expected. Now even compared to my Sony MDR EX31BN, which is an in-ear noise cancelling headphone, is also Sony. That one had a better noise cancellation, but it may also be because of the in-ear design, which has a bit more noise isolation. So noise cancelling wise, I would say this is a very good choice, and pretty much this is the start of a good noise cancelling headphone, I would say. The 4.4 retails for a little bit less price than this one, but I don't think that one has a good noise cancellation. Now other features include a open mic mode, which can be activated by sliding this slider on the left ear cup to the top, and that will engage the open mic mode, which is frankly pretty awesome too. If you put the slider onto the top, it will engage this mode, and with this it will open the microphone to channel the outside audio to you so that you can hear important announcements or messages, or if your family member is talking to you, you don't have to keep off the headphones to listen to them, which is pretty awesome. One thing I did notice is that when you engage this mode, the headphone says which mode it is in. Same way it says that noise cancelling or is on. So that means there is a 2 to 3 second delay when you engage any mode and before you can hear the stuff which is being talked in the announcement. So if you are listening to an announcement which is taking place at that time and you enable it, you are going to miss a pretty good chunk of information there. What I would have liked this open mic to do is a feature where it only uses one ear cup for music or whatever, and the other ear cup for the announcement which is going on outside, which would have been amazing. I really would have liked that, but alas, it's not what it does. Right now it does have stereo separation with the announcement, so if your audio source is coming from the left side, you will hear that in the left ear cup, and it works really well. I'm really happy about that though. Now, apart from these gizmos, it does have a gyro sensor built into the headphone, so it can sense its position in space, so that's pretty cool. It can play or pause the audio when you put on the headphone or take it off respectively, which is pretty awesome. For the first time, I normally keep it disabled because it kind of gets annoying because that's how it is. Now, speaking of the controls, I do feel that they are a bit confusing for enabling or disabling the gestures, which I did have to do. You have to like press and hold the mic button when nothing is going on, and with the multifunction button and all that. Speaking of the multifunction button, I would have really liked for this button to have Google Assistant or Siri for that matter enabled rather than having just the call functionality. I couldn't get it to work with anything else. I couldn't get a Google Assistant to work with this one, which is kind of not cool. But I did get it to work with Cortana on my Windows enabled laptop, which is, I'm not sure if that is good or bad, but that is what I could get it to work with. So there you have it. Now let's talk about the audio quality. I'm not the biggest audio snob, or I don't understand the nuances of audio, but I can say that with high quality audio files, you will feel the music coming to life with these headphones. There is a very good bass range and it's not boomy or crackly, which I have found other headphones to be, and the vocals are clear and crisp. I have been listening to a lot of Lindsey Sterling's violins and I am really happy how it turned out to be. Other bass heavy songs are also pretty nice to listen to. This don't really get tiring, which is a huge plus for me, because on other headphones I have been feeling that it does get tiring listening to heavy bass. This one doesn't have that, and I really like that. I absolutely love the sound of these headphones. If you need more information on the audio quality on that, I am going to link in the description, which I think have summarized it very effectively, so check that out. So I guess that is it about the headphones. Now, should you buy these headphones? It's not a cheap headphone. It is an affordable headphone considering the league this one plays in. It plays with the big guys, the QC35-2 and the Sony Ws. I mean, these are more high-end of the consumer level noise cancelling headphones which you can get, and I'm really happy. Having compared this one with that, those headphones are more than twice the price of this one. So yes, it is very good. And I would say that if you want a headphone which is no fuss, works like a charm, has amazing connectivity and an extraordinary battery life, go for this, because it's very hard to beat at this price point. Now, I personally paid 8K for this during an offer period. It retails for about 13K, and even at that price, I think it's a great purchase. I guess that much is it about the video then. Hope you guys liked the video. Please share, subscribe and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.